and welcome back to my doll collecting channel. Today I have a video which I'm conflicted about what to call this video. I was originally going to call this a Christmas wish list video, but I think it's a little bit early to start thinking about Christmas. So I thought I would do a what are my favorite dolls from American Girl that I don't have. Well, I shouldn't say American Girl because there's some dolls on this list that are not from American Girl, but most of them are. So I'm just going to go through the list. Most of it is in no particular order. I mean, the top 3, I would have to say, are pretty high on the list, so I put them first. But the rest of them, I'm all kind of thinking about getting them around the same time or whatever time I find a good deal on eBay, because I do buy most of my dolls from eBay and I do buy most of my dolls used. So I will probably be searching for them all at the same time, and then whenever there's a good deal, I will purchase them when I have an opportunity to. But without further ado, let's just get right into it. So the very first doll, if you've been following my channel for a while, I don't know why I haven't gotten this doll yet. Because she's a brand new doll, and brand new dolls are very expensive. But that is Covey. I would love Covey. Covey is like my dream girl of the year. If you know the fiasco, I created a video and it's scarily similar to Covey. I made a dream girl of the year video about a theater kid girl of the year, and then like a year and a half later, a theater kid girl of the year came out, so it's a little bit spooky. But anyways, so Covey is like my dream doll. So I would love to have Covey, and she's probably gonna come into my life very soon. But I just don't know how soon. But she's very much on the top of the list. Second, it's kind of, I put them on the same slot, I guess, but it's Nikki and Isabel, because I feel like I would have to get them both. And I love Nikki and Isabel because they're kind of like early 2000s girls. I know they're from the 90s, but they saw 2000, and that's kind of roughly my childhood. So because the early 2000s was when I was born, so I really like them because I find their stuff pretty nostalgic in an interesting way. It's like remembering these things very vaguely, but I just love them for that reason. And Isabel, she's very clueless, very much, what's the actress name? Cher. Well, the character's name's Cher, but Alicia Silverstone, I think, is the actress's name. So very much that style in that movie, which I love. And Nikki is also really cute with her hair and her style. Very cute. So Nikki and Isabel are definitely on the list, but again, more dolls that I have to buy brand new, and I'm just hesitant to buy dolls brand new because they're quite expensive. And I feel like I did buy 2 brand new dolls very recently when I bought Maritza and McKenna. I had to buy them from the American Girl website, so that was a little bit crazy. Anyways, moving on. Number 3, I would love to complete my Maplelea Girl collection. And if you've been following this channel for a while, you probably have heard of Maplelea, but if you have not, it is a Canadian brand of 18-inch dolls, and I currently have 5 of them. I recently bought 3 of them from Facebook Marketplace, and the character dolls that I have now are Taryn, Brienne, Jenna, and Sila, and I do have one custom Maplelea doll that I rescued from a thrift store, and I gave her a new wig and fixed her up. But I would love to have the rest of the character dolls, like Alexi, Charles C., who am I forgetting? Oh, Leonie. Leonie has always been one of my favorites. Since she was released, I've always wanted a Leonie. So I'm surprised that I forgot her. But those are the 3 dolls that I would love to add to my collection, because there's 7 main Maplelea girl character dolls. So I would love to complete my Maplelea Girl collection. So yeah, that is at the top of the list. So I mean, if I had to pick one, it would probably be Leonie, because Leonie is, I remember her being released and just being so excited and just wanting a Leonie for like years. Next is another doll that I highly doubt I will get because she is so expensive and quite rare, and that is Z. She was from the contemporary line from around like 2017. She's very expensive, but I just love the fact that she's like a YouTuber, or she creates videos or something like that, and she's overall just a really cute doll, so I would love to have her in my collection, but since she was around for such a short period of time, it's kind of almost impossible to get her, but nothing is impossible, so we're just putting her out in the universe to see if maybe one will come my way. Next we have Ruthie, and I would love a Ruthie. I didn't really love Ruthie as a kid because I felt like she was just very similar to Samantha looks wise, but now I just think that she's so adorable and so cute, and I love her personality from the books. She's very unique, and I just love her little gray eyes and her purple dress, so I would love for her to be in my collection. Next it is a custom doll, and currently I'm playing D&D for the first time. Well, I've played a few sessions, but it's like my first like campaign type thing that I've played, and I play a half orc named Betty, and I would love the challenge of creating a custom D&D character from American Girl. So I'm thinking she will have so she's a half orc, so she's green, at least my orc is green, and I'm thinking of like the Josefina face mold, and I'm gonna dye her green, and then hopefully maybe with green eyes, and then with black hair, like long black curly hair. I'm thinking maybe not curly, but something that I can style easily into like ponytails and things like that, or maybe a braid or something like that I can do. The only thing about customs, I find customs difficult because I don't have enough time to make a lot of the outfits that I think about and dream about when creating a custom. I have so many ideas for sewing projects, I just don't physically have the time to do them all, so I find customs sometimes overwhelming for that reason, and I feel like this one would be very time consuming and overwhelming, and I don't know if I have the time for it at this time. Next we have number 84, and well, it's either 84 or number 11 or 111, and it's just basically the Truly Me with the Jess face mold and the black curly hair, and I would love her to be a Diana from Anne of Green Gables. And you're probably wondering, don't you already have a Diana in your collection? Yes, I currently do, but she's a number 40, so she has the Jess mold and short black hair. However, and I found her from the thrift store, but I don't want to take her wig off because I think it looks so cute and it's such an adorable length, and she would make such a cute like 1940s doll. But anyways, so I don't want to remove her wig, even though it makes a lot of sense. I don't want to because it's so cute. So if I had an opportunity to get a number either 84 or 111, because the difference is just with like the new Truly Me rebrand, so like the number 11 just has painted on eyelashes, or the 111, so like to me it really doesn't matter which one I get, just a Jess mold with curly hair is what I want. Next we have number 118. Now I don't know what character or what name I would name her after. I just see people making her into a really girly character, and I would love that. She is so cute. She is so pretty. However, I feel like I do have some girly girls in my collection, so I don't like need her per se, and she wouldn't complete my historical collection. But she is so cute, she is so pretty, and I've thought about maybe figuring out some other character, like maybe the girl from The Little Princess, or The Secret Garden, or one of those classic books, because when I do customs, I try to make them from like literature books. So like I have an Alice in Wonderland custom, I have a Diana from Anne of Green Gables, I have Jonathan from Dracula, so I try to pick things from books. So maybe if I come up with a character that fits from a classic book, then maybe I will get her, but who knows. Next, I would love to create a singing bird custom, which is the indigenous friend from Kirsten's stories. I've always wanted a singing bird custom, and I have mentioned it on this channel before, and a lot of people think it's a good idea and would love to see a singing bird custom from me, but I'm just keeping an eye out for different dolls that could work for that doll. I think there's a few Truly Me's that I think would work pretty well. Kaya is such a gorgeous doll, so maybe I would just get a Kaya and put a different wig. I don't know, but I'm thinking maybe a Truly Me might be better. Who knows? I don't know. I haven't done too much work on the singing bird custom, but I'm just keeping an eye out on eBay, and I think if I see a doll that will fit singing bird, then maybe I'll get her. And then next we have Anne of Green Gables. So I do have Diana from Anne of Green Gables, but I don't have an Anne. And I think I would love an Anne doll with green eyes, because Anne in the book has green eyes. So it's kind of important to me that if I do get a doll with red hair, she has green eyes in order for her to be Anne. So I just been kind of keeping an eye out, and I've been even thinking, I'm like, what if I got like Mia, the girl year 2008, and turned her into Anne, or does Blair have green eyes? I can't remember. But like maybe a girl of the year, because some of the girl of the years are absolutely gorgeous and I love them, but I don't collect girl of the year, so I'm like, maybe I could turn them into historicals. So who knows? I'm keeping an eye out. And then I do know there's some Truly Me's with green eyes and red hair, so I'll keep an eye out on eBay to see how that goes. Next we have Addie, and Addie is just one of those dolls that I've wanted for a while. She hasn't been at the top of the list. Sometimes she gets up to the top of the list, but she's just a doll that I would love to have, but it feels kind of unattainable because I can't order her through Chapters, and I don't think I can order her through the American Girl website to get it shipped to Canada. And also she's really expensive on eBay, so it's a little bit difficult to get a hold of an Addie, but Addie is such a cute doll, and I feel like I learned the most from Addie's stories. Like when I think back on the American Girl stories, the two that I think the most sticks out for me would be Samantha's stories, because I feel like I read Samantha's stories a few times, and then Addie's, just because I learned so much, and I felt like the author who wrote the Addie stories did a great job at creating kind of like empathy and understanding for other people. And like it's just, Addie's stories are, from my memory, some of the best American Girl books that were released. So Addie really did make an impact on me growing up, so I would love to have an Addie. Courtney is another doll I would love to add to my collection because I love her kind of reddish curly hair. She'd be so cute. She's such an adorable doll. Yes, her outfits are a little bit tacky, but overall it's pretty cute. Courtney is a cute doll, and I'm definitely not a Courtney hater. Next we have Rebecca / Leah, and the reason I'm saying this is because when I go into Instagram or Pinterest and I see a doll and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's like the most gorgeous doll I've ever seen, and it's like almost always Aliyah, and before I register who it is, I'm just like, oh, that's such a gorgeous doll, and it's Leah. And I don't collect girl years, but I feel like Leah is such an absolute gorgeous doll, and Rebecca looks similar to Leah. They have the same Josefina mold, and they both have green eyes, so I'm like, maybe I'll just get Rebecca, but it's not the same. But you know, Rebecca's closer to, you know, the historicals and stuff, so it's like I should probably get a Rebecca before I get a Leah, but who knows. Next we have number 44, and number 44 has almost always been one of my favorite Truly Me's, and there's been a few opportunities that I could have gotten her, and I didn't because she's not a historical, and I kind of regret it, and I don't even know, like, I would love to turn her into a historical, but I don't know what character from any of the American Girl books she could be. I would love for her to be maybe a character from Mary Grace vs. Cecile's books, because I would love to see her in like Victorian kind of clothing, or maybe Addie's stories. There's a few that she might work for the Addie stories. I might have to do some research, but I don't have Addie yet, so it'd be kind of weird to have a character from Addie's stories without having Addie. You see how this is complicated? So yeah, I would love a number 44. And I see her on eBay sometimes, but yeah, I don't know what I would call her yet. So that has been it for my favorite American Girls that I don't have. I'm sure that there's more on this list, and I'm sure people are gonna ask me in the comments, but you said you like this doll and you said you like that doll. I do. I probably still do, because very rarely do I like a doll and then dislike a doll. It's like always just adding a constant list of, I like this doll and I like that one, and it's a never ending list of dolls that I like from American Girl, and Maplelea too. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe. Make sure to follow my TikTok and my Instagram, and I will see you all next time.